Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whenever you are. Thank you for watching my videos. I'm here driving the bus with Inti at my house. We're all quarantined together.
Hello.
Oh darn! You know what? I'm not sure if if the video has been changed. You know what? I'm going to change this right here. I could have swore I had this set before we did this video. Let me just set this up here on OBS. And now that's better. Hopefully that's better. There you go. Yeah. So, Inti, don't you have a few words for the people here?
Yeah, of course. As always, it's good to remind you that this video is for entertainment purposes only, and this is not financial advice. You should always do your own research before putting your hard-earned money on the market.
Excellent, excellent. Okay. So, anyways, we are going to be talking about an interesting phenomenon, right? Of the fact that there is no gold and silver. This is seen normally in this kind of thing. Behavior is seen in countries like Venezuela and Argentina when the government decides to set prices, right? Where there's going to be obvious shortages if prices are fixed to below the actual market price. And you're like, well, no. Gold and silver is not fixed. I can trade it on the Crimex exchange, right? No problem.
Think again.
Yes, you can trade it on the Crimex exchange, no problem. However, if you want to actually order some silver and gold, that's a different story. As you can see here, there's no gold here to have until June 25th. And you know what? I remember reading somewhere that this is actually illegal in the United States to order and pay for a commodity that's traded on the Crimex. Right? I call it the Crimex because it's clearly a criminal syndicate that's controlling the price. And you see that here when there's no supplies. Because obviously this dealer can purchase gold and silver from the open market, from the public market, right? And if he can't do that, that shows you that the public market does not want to sell it at the current price, right? But there is a price. There is a price, right, for this gold and silver, but it's not this one, right? People will sell it, but not here. So what does that tell you? That tells you, like, if we go and you're like, okay, well, that's just one dealer, man. That's just one dealer. Okay, let's just head over to AppMaxcom. Let's see if they have anything for you to buy. Let's head over to their gold and see if they have like normal Kruger. What is that? Krugerrands? No, these are kangaroos. Well, these are like probably numismatic. They probably have a lot of kangaroos because they're numismatic. Let's just go with the gold eagles first. All right. I'll view all products. All right. No. Pick me. Alert me. Alert me. Alert me. Alert me. Nothing here except the numismatic gold, which is not really selling because, people don't want to pay the numismatic premium. But eventually, I bet you that will eventually go when people realize, wait a second, I can't get anything except this.
Mm-hmm. Here we have another example. Yes, the Super Chat Monopoly Man, Super Good Lee, tells us the only thing available in Kitco, Hong Kong for retail now is just 100 ounce silver, and all gold is not available.
You could get 100-ounce silver at Kitco. That's interesting because I was never able to find a 100-ounce bar of silver. So let's see if there is a 100-ounce bar here. Thank you, Google. I want to take a look at that. If we can get 100-ounce silver, because like that was another thing that I noticed, that we couldn't get any silver bars as well, silver rounds or bars. And let's see here, silver. Oops, what's going on? Let's see here. 1 silver bars. Looks like their web page is broken. Okay. Canadian Mint bars. Okay, that's Canadian Mint bars. Let's try silver bars. Just bars in general. All right, let's just do the ugly, normal, like by weight bars, all products, right? And see what we got. No, alert me. Yeah, nothing. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Yeah, some numismatic skull coins. Right. Wait a second. Here. Wait a second. Oh, pre-sale. Nope.
So let me get this straight. So you can find no precious metals to buy, and the price is still the same.
Yes, exactly.
Something stinks there, don't you think?
Yeah. It really stinks. Out of stock here. There we go. Here, Waffles wants to join in the frolic here. Here, Waffle, say hi to everybody. Yeah, she was the one who opened the door last time. In the last video, you guys were wondering, hey, who opened the door back there? That was her. Alrighty, so let's see here. Is there anything here? What is this? This is an empty box for your 100 ounce bar. You could buy an empty box for your 100 ounce bar.
Oh, a deal! Thank you.
Oh yeah, exactly. So for the 100 ounce bar that doesn't exist, let's try a good delivery bar. You know what a good delivery bar is,
No,
Inti?
I don't know.
It's the bar that you receive from the Crimex should you decide to take delivery, right? So there should be plenty of those, right? Because the Crimex is filled with them, right? They're overfilled because people are selling their silver for a low price, right?
Yes.
So obviously, right? Miners have to get rid of them. They have to get rid of them. They give them to Crimex and say, here you go.
They should be extremely easy to get.
Exactly. Let's take a look if we can find 1,000 ounce good delivery bar here on AppMax. Let's find it anywhere, actually. Not just on AppMax. Let's see if AppMax has one. I don't think so. I've seen one on AppMax before, but right now I am not seeing anything. 9 fine ginger. Nope, they do not have a good delivery bar. How about their gold good delivery bar, the 400 ounce good delivery bar? Do they have that? Let's see here. They've got all other gold by weight. Let's go by weight. See if they have like 400 ounce.
We have a couple people saying that the sound is kind of bad. Can you check it out?
Really? How so? How's the sound bad?
He says that there's a couple people that says that the mic is popping.
The mic is popping. Oh crap. Let's see here. Let me see if I turn down the gain or something like that, maybe, and that will help.
Okay.
How about now?
And now we have more comments saying that the sound is fine.
Okay.
Sorry, I cannot check it because I don't have my headphones.
Yeah, no problem. Alrighty. So thanks for the heads up. View all products. Jesus. Let's see here. Do they have any kind of good delivery bar? Well, I've noticed that nothing's available. Again, keep in mind, right? They can get all these from because they store these gold for people. They buy them back from you, right? If you want to sell them, any of these gold bars, they'll gladly buy it back from you, no problem, right? And resell them to the public. But yet, why is none of the public selling them? Why? I mean, again, I repeat, there always is a price for anything that you're willing to sell. For example, a lot of people were saying it's a dick move to buy masks and sell them for 700% up on the market. Well, there isn't any mask right now, right? And so you could sell them for a higher price, and then everybody who wants them or needs them will get them, right? And the high price allows us to determine whether or not you really want this product.
But if the price fixed, there's no supply.
Exactly.
You cannot get it anymore.
I'm not going to give it to you at the fixed price. I'm just not.
No, wait, there's no business there.
Exactly. I don't want to sell it at this price because it's not worth it. I don't want to sell it any of these my gold items, at this low fixed price when I know, right, that this is a big problem. This money printing is a big problem. When I know the 600 trillion being printed out and handed out like candy is a huge problem. Yet today, right, if we head over to our trading view, right, load new chart. We head over to the gold price. Where's gold here? Gold.
Here we have 01 Mosafara and says, hey, I own a gold shop and the trade melters are closed in the UK as well as the jewelers.
Exactly. So that means that you can sell these people who want gold for a high price. But look what's happening right now. As we speak, the price on the hourly and the 5-minute, 15-minute chart are going down because nobody freaking wants gold. Everybody wants to sell their gold. But that's clearly not the issue here. That's not what's happening here.
There is demand.
There is plenty of demand. It's just that this is a fictional price. This price here that you see here on the Crimex is a fictional price set by the banking system. They were put this in place a long time ago, back in 1980s, after Paul Volcker said, you know what, central banks would have an easier time managing the price of the currency, right? If they manage the price of gold. And then they started putting all this in place so that they can manage the price of gold and silver and all other commodities so that you believe that this price is real when it's not. And we've proven this out. And we can prove it some more by going straight to a miner. Because a mine, right, should have plenty of these of silver and gold to sell, especially if they have a retail store, right? Don't you agree?
Of course.
And at the retail store, let's head over to one of those miners. Is First Majestic in Canada. This is a silver mine, a pure silver mine, right? But not mines are not always pure, and meaning that they don't just mine one particular metal, but this one does, and then the rest of the metals, right? They obviously sell off to the rest of the market. So First Majestic has a store, and let's find their store. Let's see here, First Majestic store. There we go. And they have plenty of numismatics, right? If you click on these rounds. But look how much the price is. So, okay, $20 an ounce US for these numismatic coins. So let's take a look at, let's bring up the price of silver. Let's see here. Let's load in the price of silver. Let's see here. Where do we get the silver price? Is that it? No, that's SI. Let's see here. I can't believe I don't have a silver chart here, but I'm gonna bring one up if I have to. Bybit, gold, Bitcoin, crypto, log with gold, unnamed DGI. No, okay, fine. I'm gonna have to bring one up. Can't believe I don't have any silver. New. I know I did, but I don't know. Sometimes this thing really screws me over. All right, there's Crimex Gold. AU, what is it? AU, exclamation mark, is it? C, exclamation mark. Let's try it. Silver futures. Silver future. This is why I hate. Oops. Silver. Oops. Futures. There it is. Is that it? Silver futures. Let's see here. AU, AGs. That's First Majestic. Let's type in futures view. Okay, there it is, SI. And we have a little bit of different futures contracts. Front, let's see, silver, SLV futures, SLV1 currency, continuous contract. Okay, let's just try this continuous contract here. SI1. And do we have anything here? No, what the hell? Oh man. Anybody know what this ticker symbol for silver? I can't believe I can't find it. That's just ridiculous.
SI.
Yeah, well, I typed in SI and it's not working. Let's try again. SI. That's Silvergate Capital. No. This is the horrible thing about it. This is why I do not like. This is an obvious thing that should have been silver futures.
It's a couple you can try exact.
What?
XAE or XAUE.
XAU. Is that even that? But that's not traded on the right exchange. Where's the futures exchange? The Crimex futures exchange, and this is stupid. I'm always struggling with the.
Thank you people for the help.
Thank you guys for helping me find this, but I'm always struggling with. It should have been AUC or something like that with exclamation on it, but no, that's not it. All right. Well, if somebody can give me the silver futures. Sorry about that. I'm going to save this and permanently save this when I do find the futures contract into my. Wow, this is ridiculous. SI exclamation mark error into my my saved charts, because obviously it's a very difficult thing to find, which I'm sure I've had this before. Wow.
Here it is. SI1 and the exclamation mark. That should be it.
Yeah, and yet I don't see any kind of like chart here. Weird. Well, I'm gonna have to go to someplace else to find the price, because I can't find it, and I'll figure it out later. Silver price chart. Alrighty. Let's see here. That's so strange how I did not have like a price. A chart. I can't find it.
No, your price chart is hidden.
What do you mean it's hidden?
The price is hidden. You know the the little eye symbol.
Okay.
That's why you cannot see the price.
Well, it should have been. Okay, there it is. That's so stupid. Okay, there we go. But we'll look at the price of the silver. It's like, this is not silver. This is dollar ruble futures. US dollar ruble futures. What the hell? This is not silver. Oh man, that's ridiculous. Did he say SL or SI?
SI.
Yeah, I have SI.
Okay, so try SL now. Oh my god, this is so sloppy.
Yeah, sorry. I know it is sloppy, but I'm just desperate. Now it's bothering me that I can't find it. There it is. There it is, right here. Here it is. Finally. Oh my god. can't believe that this was so difficult to find. That it bothered the hell out of me. There we go. Alrighty. So silver price is at $14 and dropping. Right? And I'm going to save this as save new chart, save, make a copy. There we go. Now I will never lose that chart again. I don't know why I did, but that's the way it is. Alrighty, so silver price is another BS system here. Thank you guys for the patience here. I know you guys, it was kind of sloppy, but you know what? This is just a freestyle thing for me. And yeah, there's no silver. There's this silver here at Majestic is $20 an ounce US, like $5 above the spot price, and they don't have anything but numismatic rounds, pneumatic silver, and nothing else. They don't have any kind of silver. And I remember ordering from this site all the time, silver bars, large bars, 100-ounce bars from Majestic Silver, like it was water. They had like non-stop inventory, and now they have nothing. And so this is the example of how we are living in a time where everything that you see here is fiction. All these prices here is fiction, right? It's set by central authorities to convince you that we have a free market, and when we don't. Anyways, let's go on to the questions and answers period.
Oh, right? Yes, my favorite part of the show. So Waffles wants to be in the show. I'm not going to say not her.
Waffles.
Okay, Waffles, go off the table.
Just push her off.
Okay.
There you go.
Oh my god. Sorry about that. Okay, so we have a bunch of great questions, a lot of super chats, so I'm going to mix between super chats and normal questions. So, this is from Billion, and it says, Davinci, what do you think of the liquid Bitcoin that Wall Street has created now? Basically, a lot of the Bitcoin being traded is now not real Bitcoin. So, price is manipulated more than ever now.
Yeah, yes. So what he's saying is that just like in the Crimex, you can trade Bitcoin basically and not actually trade actual Bitcoin. You trade cash settled contract basically. If I were to write on an IOU saying I owe you 10 Bitcoin, right? And I sell it to Inti. Meanwhile, I don't have these 10 Bitcoins. Inti buys them at the price of Bitcoin. Right, thinking he's got Bitcoins, but he's just got a promise to pay him Bitcoin, which he can only get cash for. Mm-hmm. Right? So effectively, there is no Bitcoin being traded between the two of us. It's only like a signed contract saying, hey, you know what, I'll owe you Bitcoins. And meanwhile, I'm never going to give you Bitcoins. I'm never going to own Bitcoins. I'm just going to write contracts promising people Bitcoins. And so there's a lot of that going around in the Crimex right now. And
the worst part is that affect the real price of Bitcoin too. It's terrible.
Yes, it does in a sense, but those people were never going to own Bitcoin, right? They don't care about owning Bitcoin. They only care about the US dollar, and they only care about being exposed to the price of Bitcoin, not the actual Bitcoin itself. So yes and no, it does affect the price negatively, because those people, if they were to actually have to get Bitcoin, the price would actually skyrocket, because there isn't enough for them to do that kind of heavy trading on the Crimex with real Bitcoin. With that said, that's the way, one of the ways they help keep the price from skyrocketing and going higher. So we know that does negatively affect the price, but not as much as you think, because here's the difference between Bitcoin and gold and commodities, right? Bitcoin is waffles.
Like that. I'm
Non-stop.
gonna kick her out of this.
Yeah, you might have to kick her out of the room. Basically, why don't you open the window back there and she'll leave, right?
Yeah, for people who doesn't know, I'm allergic to gas too.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
I'm not having a good time here.
Well, what a disaster this has been, right? From when I woke up, there you go. Waffles is gone. My servers are all down in the house on the base. In my rec room, one of the circuit breakers broke, and then it actually took out all the servers downstairs, and I can't figure out why they won't start. And also, I'm not sure if our servers in our office is working because I don't see them in my list of accessible computers. Oh man, what a day. This has been a really bad stream, and I really apologize. But anyways, let me get back to the point, right? That so unlike a commodity, Bitcoin can be transferred instantly. And so if there's ever a point where, well, there is no Bitcoin, right? What happens to the actual exchanges that you are trading on, like such as Coinbase and Bitstamp? If they are not able to give you your Bitcoin, what do you think about that? What do you think if that were to happen? What would you think, Inti?
Okay, can you repeat the question, please?
If Bitstamp or Coinbase were to not be able to give you Bitcoins, right, instantly, what would you immediately think?
That, I mean, I would just run from there.
Yeah, because they're insolvent.
Yes.
They don't have the Bitcoins that they said that they promised.
So it's basically a big scam. I would run away and probably lost my money. Exactly.
It means that they're insolvent. And so because of that, this is why Bitcoin has a little bit of a difference. You'll notice the insolvency instantly. You can't see that insolvency clearly in the gold and silver market because you're like, well, there is a delivery time. Well, it shouldn't be 3 months.
Well, it
should be days.
I actually have a question from Equivocal System that was the next that says how is Bitcoin immune to this, and you're answering right now.
Exactly, and that's the answer to that question. Is how's it immune to this manipulation? Is because there's instant delivery on Bitcoin. So this is why I love Bitcoin over gold, right? When there's no gold, they can lie to you and say, well, no, it's the speculators. They're hoarding gold. Yeah, okay. That's not the case. All right, next question.
This is from this is good. This is from Nick Holt, and he asked, what happens when Bitcoin, being deflationary, becomes too scarce to transact?
Good question. We've answered that question quite a few times, and I understand your fear when it comes to currencies that are very difficult to that have a limited supply, right? Basically, and what the problem was in the past is that when you have gold and you have like gold money as your backing of your system, of your financial system, what happens is the gold is only divisible to so many degrees. And so if you run out of gold, right, you'll still have a lot of gold. You'll still have lots of gold in your local economy, but those people will like hoard it because they notice that, hey, you know what, the gold's running low and it's all being moved to another part of the world. And so eventually prices have to come down, right, in your local area. And that's very difficult for businesses who've taken out loans in the gold, and now prices have come down, and they're not able to pay back those loans, and that's why people go, well, deflation is so deadly, it's so dangerous. But it's dangerous for businesses that don't plan and don't look ahead and don't go, okay, well, hey, you know what? What I see is that people are being very not being frugal. They're just like spending their gold willy nilly, and it's all moving towards another country. I'm not going to take out a loan in that kind of environment, and in order to run a business. And so that's a smart thing to do, to notice and do. And so, but if you do take out a loan, right? One, if you can't pay it back, the people who loaned you the gold should lose their gold. And obviously people don't like that. They want to have some sort of way to be bailed out should they make bad decisions and loan their money to a business that is going under, that will go under in the deflationary cycle. So they want to have printed money so that they can get bailed out. But those decisions were bad. And what about the person? They'll bail out. They'll get bailed out at the expense of the person who decided, no. I see what's going on here. I'm saving my gold, and I'm going to wait until I'm going to hold the gold. I'm not going to lend it out because I know what's going on. It's the deflation's happening, and I'm going to protect myself. And so now, when the business goes under and that person who lent the money goes broke, and same with that business, that person with the gold, he can purchase up all those assets on cash with cash gold at a cheap price. Now, it's sad that these two people, one, the person who loaned the gold, and then two, the person who has a business goes under, but they made bad choices, right? That's what's happening here. Those businesses, all of them businesses that need a bailout right now, made bad choices. And to prop them up, they're taking and stealing money from anyone who did not make bad choices. And that is horribly unfair. So, what the solution to this is, of course, divisibility, right? What happens again is the problem becomes divisibility. One Bitcoin is enough to service the whole economy, right? Because it could be divisible to infinite numbers, and that's never going to be a problem, divisibility. So, for example, what tends to happen in some extreme cases where there's no money at all, people go, well, wait a minute, there's no money at all, so we need to have some sort of like script to transact. Well, that's not necessary with Bitcoin because you can divide it up to forever. So you can like eventually get something if you sell it at a low enough price.
And now I have to ask something, and this is from Great Beazer too. Is splitting Bitcoin indefinitely the same as printing money? Because someone's going to ask that.
Yeah, I know exactly. Well, I mean, if I were to offer you a pie or a cake, or let's say a pizza pie, right? And I say I'm going to give you a large piece of pie, and it's going to be 12 inches, right? And I say, you know what? Do you want it in 4 slices or 8? The fact that you have 8 slices, which you think is more, it's not true, because you still have a 12-inch pie with 8 pieces, or a 12-inch pie with 4 pieces. You just divided it and made it smaller, right? You still have the same one pie. Nothing has changed, right? And the fact that you have a smaller divisibility, that actually means that somebody outside looking inside with a large number of Bitcoins going, hey, I'm rich. If I go in there and I could buy up everything I want, because these things are really, really cheap. They are a small denomination of they're just a fraction of my Bitcoin that I have. So I'm going to buy up whatever I want. And that's how money flows from a rich society to a poor society. And eventually those poor society becomes richer, because now they realize that they have to save and be frugal and work hard, and then as that builds up, that money just flows from one area to another, and that's the real business cycle that we should be seeing, not this false one. All right, next question.
All right, so I've seen a couple of questions about Pandora's wallet and the Telegram group. First, if you have some some time frame to wait from when Pandora can be used on Mac?
Good question.
Summer Lily was like something similar to
Yeah,
Thank you.
we are first focused on, of course, Ethereum, right? So that we can provide Ethereum support on that, and then we will look at our timetable for the Mac support. I'd like to give you a time frame, but you know what? Because of the limited resources I have and time, and I'm all over the place. I can't give you an exact time frame on that. I could say probably at the end of this year or sometime next year is the best I can do for you. So that's about it. We are moving the software in a direction that allows us to develop it across different platforms, but that's taking its time.
Okay, so Usamamir would also like to know if they could pay with fiat or PayPal for Pandora's wallet.
We thought about it, we talked about it, and we thought, well, what's the point? I mean, this is a wallet for cryptocurrencies, and if you're really into cryptocurrencies, you should have some to spend, basically. So that's the whole point of Bitcoin. It's used as money, and if you want to see it used as money, you have to start using it as money yourself.
And Alex Crypto asked from other people too. He wants to be part of the Telegram group, but he is not a crypto trader, so he doesn't need Pandora's wallet. So what is his choice? Can he pay to be in the group?
Yeah, I mean, that's why you can just pay a 1 month subscription, and now you'll for a limited time you'll have unlimited access to the group. So if you're interested in being in the group only, that's why we have like a 1 month subscription, so that you can just do that 1 month, and you'll be in the group you'll be a permanent member of that group without having to use the Pandora's wallet if you don't want to. So, but going forward, it will only be It will only be people who are part of the subscription. So.
So going back to the topic. By the way, we are 500 people watching the stream right now. So people, if you like the content and you want to support Davinci, I will ask you to smash that like button.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you very much.
Really appreciate it
for hitting the like button. Even though this stream has been like a real cluster. Well, you know what? So.
yeah. We're going to do much better next stream.
Exactly. Well, you know what? This is the first stream that we have done in my house, right? We had the cat. We had the
the whole party here.
I mean, I had to I woke up early this morning, and somebody actually called me in the middle of the night.
Yeah, 2 a.m.
Yeah, and I want to kill that guy. I mean, he knows who he is, right? I'm not going to mention it. He asked me to do something, and he was freaking out, and that's just inappropriate. Never do that to anybody ever again, period. All right? Unless you're dying, never call somebody in the middle of the night. All right? All right. So
going back to the topic. Smith Wesson asked, how can I buy and store gold digitally?
How can you buy and store gold digitally? Well, honestly, let's go to all the digital gold that's available out there. Goldmoney.com, also Volturo. If they are accepting new clients and accepting your cash for gold, you are guaranteed. Right now, if they accept it, that your gold is hypothecated. Absolutely. Because they can't buy any. And if they can't buy any, how is it possible? If I can't buy any and you can't buy any, how is it possible that they can buy some? Right? How can they source gold immediately? All they can source is a promise to deliver that gold sometime in the future. That may not happen. Consider that.
This is from Crow King. Davinci, if this financial crisis is finalized, do you think there will be no need to get out of Bitcoin in top of the bull market then?
if this financial crisis materializes, there would be no need to get out of Bitcoin at the top of the market. That is a misconception, because what happens is, even though, let's just say we go into a slow burn hyperinflation, right, where they just like don't even bother, they're just like or they're just like Venezuela, where they're just going to deny the realities forever, right? And you're thinking, well, there's no point in getting out of Bitcoin, because I'll have to jump into a currency that they're constantly inflating forever and ever and ever. And the answer to that question is true. You should never jump out into the currency that's being inflated. But in reality, what will happen is the same thing will happen in Bitcoin, right? That happened in the past, where the price comes down, the value comes down, not price, value. The price could keep going up, but the value could drop significantly without you noticing it, if you're only looking at the price, priced in an inflated currency that's being printed forever. And you can see that only like if you can price it against other assets, such as gold, such as silver, and such as oil, food, commodities, whatever. Anything that you need to buy to survive. That's the only way to see it. If see this happening, if Bitcoin were to top out and start coming back down in value. It's really difficult to see, but it will be happening in a hyperinflationary event. It will happen. It will top out and it will start coming back down, even though the price will still be going up.
So this is a super chat from John Evans. It says, "Hi Davinci, great to catch up with you in Miami. What will happen to house prices if the current financial system fails or the beer flu gets worse? Cheers."
Beer flu. Yeah, I've good to see you again, and I think I answered that question in Miami last time I was there. Somebody asked me that question, and the answer to that question is really simple, right? The same thing that's happened in the past, in Venezuela, right? You can buy a house for like an average size house for $10,000. So the price of a house will fall to the value of what the average person will be able to make to purchase a house. And the average person will be able to afford about, at the current in this current valuation of money right now, about $10,000 worth of a house, right? They'll be able to spend that much, and maybe even less. So that's exactly what's going to happen. And no one will loan you money to buy a house at all. Forget it, because you'll be able to, in a hyperinflationary, if they decide to just ignore the whole situation and just go, "Oh, well, this is not happening," like in Venezuela, "This is not happening. It's the speculators, the crazy speculators on our dollar." If they decided to go that route, you'll see the houses go below. You'll see them go at 10,000 or less in today's dollar value. Even though they'll be a lot higher in price. They'll be like, a lot higher. There'll be millions of dollars in price, hundreds of millions, maybe even in trillions or billions of trillions. But that's not the real value of the homes. So yeah, you might be able to buy a home for less than a Bitcoin. Think about that.
So we have a question that I always think about.
Okay.
This is from Carpenter 790 and says, "If dollar collapses, what stops government from making Bitcoin illegal?"
Nothing. They've made gold illegal before, and but what stops them from getting away with it in a long-term perspective is that not all governments will do that. So some might, but not everyone will. And once not everyone does, then they're screwed. So unless you have like some sort of world government that decides to make it illegal, and even then, it doesn't make any difference because what, can you smell it? Can you detect it? Can you see it? No. It's just math. You can't do anything against math. Right? So this kind of thing will make it will make it even stronger, make it even that much more impossible to detect, and people will be able to transact in it to survive going forward. Because you what you're doing is you're making it illegal for people to transact and survive. That's what you're doing.
Okay, so we have this question is from Free of Evil. I made the mistake of buying Bitcoin at 10K. I'm at a permanent loss.
You're not at a permanent loss because we haven't seen if Bitcoin will go higher than 10K in the next little while, and so if you will be at a permanent loss once you sell, basically. So if you don't sell, I mean, because like look at it. Consider this. When I got into Bitcoins, I got into it at $1, and I averaged in all the way up to $32, right? So my average buy price was actually around $10, right? And Bitcoin stayed below $10 for more than a year, right? So did I take a permanent loss, right? When I purchased, my average purchase price was at $10, which is effectively where you are right now. You purchased an average of 10,000 and went down to like 4,000, but mine was worse. Prices went down to 2,000, like effectively $2,000 back then, and then it bounced back up and stayed around $5 to $7 for quite some time. It looks like I was obviously it looks like I was taking a huge loss for a very long time, but I knew the truth. I knew that it was going to change our financial system forever, because this can't be stopped. And so I'm just going to hold and wait for the price, for people to realize that. And that's what I've done. And if you want to do the same, then more power to you. But I'll leave what you decide to do up to you.
So this is from Coinoclast. But how do you prevent someone from cornering the market, like it's cornered now?
How do you prevent someone from cornering the market in Bitcoin? Well, what will happen? Have you ever seen what a gap why we have gaps in the market? Why do we have gaps in the market? Right. And you have gaps even on the Bitstamp market. Well, why is that? Why do we have gaps? It's because the market, right, runs away from large buyers. So let's just say you're a large buyer and you want to buy. You have unlimited, like the Federal Reserve, and you have unlimited money to buy. The second you start doing that, right, the market will go, whoa. You mean you want to buy it down here at $5,000, or let's just say what price is it right now? It's at $6,500. Let's just say. They put the price right now to $6,400, and they put the price. I'll buy everything you got for $6,500. They'd be like, whoa, and then jump the price, set the price at a lot higher. You want it? Come get it. And so let's just say the Federal Reserve decides to go, okay, well, I'll buy it at $7,000. Well, okay. Well, now it's $10,000. You want it? Come get it, right? And it just be a non-stop game of the people just setting the price higher and higher and higher until the Federal Reserve cries uncle and says, no, I'm not buying it that high. So that's not going to happen, right? Because one, and on top of that, most of those people who are on the market willing to sell it at the higher price are just traders, and there's only a limited supply on the market directly to buy. The rest of them are just hodlers saying, yeah, I'm waiting for a super higher price before I sell. And so they can only buy it at a super higher price. And then there will be somebody who is willing to wait even longer for even a super higher price. So there's no way to corner the market on Bitcoin.
There you go. So
One last question, and let's call it a day.
one last question. Okay. So okay, this is from super chat from Super Google Lee. What a surprise! Do you agree that for dollar to truly collapse and for Bitcoin to shine, we need to see commodities, and natural resource markets decoupled from USD? Do you think that will happen in this decade?
Yes, it will decouple because, as you can see, that's the problem right now. This is all the prices that we have are just fantasy prices, both for stocks and for commodities. They are managed prices, managed through the banking system, through fraud and manipulation, and that's clear as day here, right? And so eventually, this will not extend. This will not go on forever, and people will use it to their advantage to shine the light on the fraudulentness of our system, and that would be that. The dollar will collapse because of this absolute fraud that's going on. So, all right, with that said, thank you all for watching and supporting my videos. I really appreciate everybody who came out today and watched all the way through the end, through this this worst video of the
I would
the
call
decade.
it worse. I would call it awkward.
Yeah, awkward. Yeah, exactly. But it was my first live stream here. Well, since we moved into my house and moved everything to my house, so I appreciate your patience, but things will get better over time. So if you haven't seen this video popping up right here or right here, please check it out, and thank you for watching. Cheers, people.
Cheers, people. Thank you for the support.